What's going on YouTube, and welcome back once again to the channel. Before we get into today's video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving my post week 3 USFL power rankings. All the games have just finished, so let's begin. Let's get into it. So coming in at number 8, the team that's held the spot last, the Pittsburgh Maulers, who have had last, as I just said, the whole season. Pittsburgh Maulers are the only winless team, but it's not just because of that. Simply, they just cannot seem to move the ball at all, generate no offense whatsoever. They got shut out to the Michigan Panthers yesterday, and they only scored 3 points in week 1. Week 2 was the one exception. The Maulers are definitely the worst team. Coming in at number 7, the Michigan Panthers, who got their first win yesterday in a 24-0 domination win over the Pittsburgh Maulers. The Panthers were able to pretty much just run the ball all over them. Paxton Lynch started the game, played very well, and then got hurt. Shea Patterson was able to finish the game out. I think the benching of Shea Patterson was an interesting move on Jeff Fisher's part. I don't think the losses were because of Shea Patterson. I think it was because of the lack of offensive line and receivers holding on to the ball. But Paxton Lynch seemed to create a spark for the team. But even after he got hurt, Shea Patterson was able to continue it on. I am surprised Paxton Lynch isn't a starter in the USFL, because you got to remember, this was a guy that went in the first round of the NFL draft just a few years ago. Coming in at number 6, I got the Houston Gamblers, who were able to get that win week 1, but have lost in heartbreaking fashion now, back-to-back weeks. The one bright spot is Clayton Thorson, the quarterback of the Gamblers. He can make some really nice throws. That guy might be the most talented quarterback in this league. Some of these throws he makes from this angle, but bottom line is they blew that fourth quarter lead against the Bandits the other day. Coming in at number 5, I got the Tampa Bay Bandits. The Tampa Bay Bandits do have a winning record, and there's a team that has a losing record that I put ahead of them, and I'll say why when I get to that team. The Bandits, I can't get over that blowout loss they had against the Breakers, 34-3, and I wasn't all that impressed by that win over the Maulers. Yes, they got that win yesterday, but that felt more like the Gamblers letting it slip away. But you got to remember, they are 2-1, so 2-1 is 2-1. Then coming in at number 4, I have the Philadelphia Stars, who are at 1-2. I have them ahead of the Bandits simply because the Stars' 2 losses are against 2 of the top 3 teams in my opinion, and they hung in there in both games. Could have easily won both games. I think the Stars are a better team than the Bandits are. They had a 10-0 lead over the Generals last night, let it slip away. Their kicker missed a couple of field goals. So yeah, coming in at number 3, I have the Generals, who now have won back-to-back games out since that week 1 heartbreaking loss against the Stallions. The Generals easily could be the best team. That loss against the Stallions definitely hurt. They led the whole game until inside the final 30 seconds, but they bounced back last week in a hard-fought defensive battle against the Panthers, and now they win again this week, where they just ran all over the Stars. The Generals' defense the last 2 weeks has really shown up as one of the better defenses in this league. Coming in at number 2, I have the New Orleans Breakers. I really considered putting the Generals ahead of the Breakers, but then I was like, to penalize the Breakers that much over one loss, and the one loss was to the best team. Yes, I get the Generals, the same thing happened to them, but the Breakers just seem so dominant up until this point, and it's not like they got blown out by the Stallions. Slaughter, the quarterback of the Breakers, had a tough game though against the Stallions, and the defense was able to keep them in the game, but overall just not able to come away with that W. And then coming in at number 1, the new number 1, I have the Birmingham Stallions. The Stallions, obviously, their defense has been playing well over the last couple of weeks, and their offense just, scores when it matters most. Jamar Smith, the quarterback of the Stallions, is just very efficient, a good dual threat quarterback, and he's playing really well, and you know it's translating to the rest of his team. You know, and like I've said before, the big advantage for the Stallions is pretty much every game is home field advantage for them, which you know is a long way to make. It's going to will go a long way to them winning it all in the end. But comment down below what you guys think about my rankings. Comment what you disagree with, or if you don't disagree with anything, just say that. But anyway, I will see you guys next time.